Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHU TV, where the subject of today's video is Leicester 1, West Ham 1. If you're new around here and you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get first dibs on all the videos. So as usual, let's go into the team sheet. So keeping this place in goal was Fabianski, with Zabaleta, Balbuena, Diop and Masuaku making up the back four, with Rice sitting in front. Diangana out on the right, Noble and Snodgrass and Felipe Anderson who's out on the left, with Hernandez up front. On the bench was Creswell, Adrian, Ogbonna, Fredericks, Antonio, Powell and Coventry. So as you can see, a couple of changes, and one big very surprise out of that Marko Arnautovic apparently was out because of a virus. I personally think it's his knee injury, but that's what the club gave out. So, you know, having Hernandez up front with Diangana out on the right-hand wing, thought was a good idea. Snodgrass in the middle. You know, other than that, very good. Good to see Masuaku back as well. So yeah, so let's talk about the first half, guys. Very worrying 2 minutes in. Iheanacho correctly ruled as offside, but he scores nonetheless and is ruled offside. So a little bit of a defensive frailties. I did say that Leicester were going to be absolutely all over us, and they were for the first 10-15 minutes. Very good performance from Leicester as far as they're concerned. We slowly started coming back into the game. Robert Snodgrass could have had a couple in the first half. Very good attempts. You know, we slowly but surely started building up. Declan Rice once again playing fantastic. Did not do anything wrong in both halves. But let's just concentrate on the first half for now. And as I say, you know, it was few little shaky moments here and there. Regardless of what happened with Noble towards the end of the first half, he was looking a bit shaky. He wasn't playing all that well, and Anderson as well, for that matter. I don't know. The jury's still out as far as I'm concerned. I'm trying to be a good guy and give him some time, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Anderson at the moment. Some of his ball play was very good. Some of his ball play was absolutely poor. You know, as I say, Snodgrass had two very good chances that he missed out of it. But obviously on the 30th minute, Balbuena free kick. Anderson to Rice, perfect weighted ball from Anderson. As I say, you know, he's inconsistent still. Very good. Declan Rice completely unmarked. Balbuena goes for goal, header completely unmarked, bounces off the post, but he goes for the reaction and boom, it's the follow-up, I should say, follow-up reaction, and boom, it's 1-0. Very good. You know, we started playing some very good football just before that ball went in. You know, I was very happy with the performance. Michael Oliver, quite rightly so, gave Mark Noble a red card for his challenge. I think it was on Didi. I'm not entirely sure which player it was. Very reckless challenge. No intent in any shape or form. We all know that. We know we know Noble can get hot-headed a few times, but he did not go out to endanger the play in any shape or form. We know that. I know Noble was getting a lot of criticism on social media during and after the game, mostly from the keyboard warriors on Facebook and Twitter. But as I say, you know, Noble was quite shaky in the first half. Really was quite shaky. Some of his play was very good, but he was having a mare in a lot of things at the same point. So Michael Oliver booed at the half-time break for his sending off of Noble, but I'm sorry, but it was 100% correct. The only thing I think Oliver got wrong in the first half was not booking Leicester's number 4, this debut centre-back. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, if I'm honest. I'm not going to try it. Made some very difficult challenges on people. Was very lucky not to get carded throughout the first half. But yeah, as I say, you know, very good. Diangana had a bit of a lesson by Chilwell today. You know, he had his no, I can't say he had his collar felt by him, but he didn't. But do you know what I mean? He played well. He played well. We know Diangana's a one for the future. He's going to have a bad game. He didn't have too much of a bad game today, but you know, he played well. You know, he's still learning his trade, and I don't want to see anybody jumping on his back. I'm sure nobody has, because we know we're all still trying to give him the benefit of the doubt as he is a youngster. But you know, it was good. He played well. You know, we defended very, very well up until and since Noble got sent off. So let's talk about the second half, shall we, guys? Which was, again, very, very good play. Pellegrini made no substitution at half-time, which I thought was a bit of an experiment more than anything else, but also very good intent on showing faith with the players. And to be honest, we played very well in the second half. It wasn't. It was still quite heavy pressure from Leicester, but at the end of the day, you know, as I say, Hernandez has got to do more. He has to do more. He was playing as he was doing well, to be honest. But as I say, with the 2 Snodgrass chances in the first half, just backing track to that quickly, you know, he could have done something with those. He could have, but he just piddled about a little bit. But as I say, you know, Snodgrass played fantastically in centre mid for the whole of the game. Ogbonna came on for Anderson on the 81st minute. Ogbonna could have had a brace himself. Very, 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 very unlucky not to be able to put those 2 away. But he's a defender. You know, his first attempt, it was a header, very, very sort of Ogbonna-esque. But just off target, and the second attempt that he had was outside the box, so you know, only a decent striker would finish that off. Diangana was taken off on the 75th minute for Creswell coming on. Creswell didn't do too badly for that either, and Antonio came on for Hernandez on the 61st minute. And I never thought I'd say this so quickly, but Antonio is starting to show glimpses of what we know about him. You know, his build-up play was brilliant. He was holding players off, really charged down on the, I think it was like 66th minute or whenever it was. Almost taken out by Schmeichel with his clearance. You know, the ball rolled under his legs and he tripped over the ball. But as I say, Antonio was playing well. You know, it's just, the worrying thing is we conceded on the 89th minute. 3 minutes before that, there was a goal offside. So there was again, I mean, Leicester had about 12, I think about 11 offsides. Leicester were the pressure team that I knew they were going to be. Absolutely were all over us in not consistently, but you know, we had spells of decent possession. They had spells of decent possession. We tried our best to try and get that second goal. I mean, I say it could have easily fallen to Bonner. Both chances just wasn't meant to be. As I say, a couple of minutes before the 90, you know, with sort of about 3 or 4 minutes before the 90, there was a goal ruled as offside. So that should have been a warning. But at that point, the guys were knackering, you know, absolutely knackering out. We're still playing with 10 men. And, you know, it was just, I mean, my heart goes out to Amati, who was injured just after Leicester's equaliser. The equaliser itself, very unfortunate on Balbuena. Now, this is what I always say about defenders or anybody: you should not turn your back on ball on any shape or form. I think it was Ndidi, who went for goal. Balbuena was turning to his back, and boom, bounces off his back, and there's nothing Fabianski could have done about it. And that was it. It was 1-1. I said in my preview video that I'd take a point. I'm happy with the point. I'm happy that we were down to 10 men. The Leicester pressure as always, and we only conceded 1 goal, and that was in the dying minutes. Now, obviously, because of that Amati injury, we didn't finish the game until about 98, 99 minutes. Always awful to see a player being stretchered off, especially bearing in mind that he was stretchered off with a oxygen mask as well. My heart goes out to him. I really, really felt sorry for the bloke. And also, I can't say it, we can't discuss the game without talking about what happened afterwards. The unfortunate death of Leicester City's owner, and one of the directors as well in the helicopter that crashed in the car park after the game. My heart goes out to everybody at Leicester City. It's tragedy, and obviously everybody, the members of those families as well. It's a tragedy, absolutely awful, and unfortunately that story has blighted the game in terms of, that's the talking point more than the game itself. So I do, as I say, I do feel very, very sorry for those guys, and my heart goes out to everybody at Leicester City and the families involved. So just to wrap things up, my man of the match, definitely Declan Rice. Not many players played more than averaging. I mean, to a degree, it was gutting to concede a goal in the dying minutes of the normal time, but that's West Ham. You know, that is exactly what we do. And you know, to concede to concede with 10 men at the dying minutes, I'm very, very happy with that overall. Yes, we could have had about 4 or 5. You know, Creswell, Snodgrass could have had a brace. Ogbonna could have had a brace when he came on. But you know, as I say, it's the way it goes. A point is a point, and I'm happy with that. As I said, I would have taken a point at the start of the game, and I did, and you know, and we did, and we finished with a draw. So, as always, guys, let me know your thoughts on the game. Do you agree that Declan Rice was man of the match? I know he was given to BT Sport, but he didn't put a foot wrong as far as I'm concerned. There's not many players that did, apart from Noble. No pun intended, but yeah. So, thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here and you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get first dibs on all the videos. As I say, put your comments in the comments section below. If you like the video and I feel I deserve it, please hit the like button and hit the notification. Please also share this video with anybody that you feel might want to watch it. So in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for your time, and I will see you for the preview video for the Spurs game, which I will be doing on possibly Tuesday, because obviously we're playing Spurs in the Cup on Wednesday and Spurs are playing Man City on Monday night. So in the meantime, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you really soon.